Hello, welcome in. How are you today? Good, I'm so glad. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. So, when you called me on the phone, you mentioned that you would like a Christmas party dress, correct? Alright, awesome. So, I have picked some things for us to look at before we do your measurements, and so that I can get all of your sizes and make sure that the dress that we create for you is absolutely perfect. Before we begin, was there any details, colors, shapes, fabrics, anything specific that you would like me to make sure I include? No. You just want to see some options and make a decision. Okay, so let me start by showing you some dresses that we already have in some different colors and shapes, and we can always combine a shape of a dress with a different color. We can coordinate it and create it however it is that you prefer. And then after we do that and we pick color, shape, all of those things, then I will just get all of the measurements that I need to make sure that we have a dress that will fit you perfectly. How does that sound? Wonderful. Before we start, can I offer you anything to drink? Coffee, tea, water? No, you're good? Okay, so let me just pop over here and get the different designs and examples that I have to show you, okay? And we can go through each one. Okay, just one moment. Okay, so here is the first one. It is, I know you can't really see. It is a very stretchy material, very soft. You can take a feel. Very soft, right? Yes. And let me just take it off of this hanger really quickly. So, as you can see, it is across the shoulder. Okay, so there are no straps at the top or anything like that. It's just going to go right across the shoulders. And it has long sleeves, so you'll stay nice and warm. Again, very cozy. Not too tightly fitted at the end. Again, it's stretchy, so it shouldn't be too tight anywhere. And then it is a tight fitting dress, so it's very form fitting. It's going to show off your curves. It's very sexy, but also cozy. And down the front here, it has some buttons just to give it an extra pop, more detail. And they're just brown buttons. And it's quite short, so I don't know how okay you are with having cold legs, but you could also always wear some tights under it if you prefer, with some boots, or however you want to organize it, style it. But it is very beautiful, very sexy. Again, form fitting is always a little bit more on the sexy side. So this is the first one, and it is in a darker gray color. What do you think of this one? You like the set, you like the shape? Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. You're not sure about the color. Okay, so let's keep the shape in mind. Let me show you a few more. Just put that back on here. Okay, be right back. All right, so here is the next one. It is more of a t-shirt dress material, very comfy. This one does have short sleeves, but we can always do it in, again, a different material, a different style. But I mostly wanted to show you the color of this one. It's a more maroon color, very Christmassy kind of color. You could do it again in a different shape. You could do the form-fitting shape if you wanted in this color. But this is just a very basic dress. It's not form-fitting, it's flowing, it's a little bit longer. Again, t-shirt dress material. So this one is more kind of casual. But again, mostly I wanted to show you the color. So what do you think of the color of this one? Okay, so you like the color. Good. Okay, so I will keep that in mind. And let me show you one more. Okay, so this last one here is a darker green, and it is more flowy. The bottom part is not a stretchy material, but it is a little bit more form-fitting at the bottom, and the top is a little bit more flowy. You can see the long sleeves here, and they fit tighter at the ends. So it is more flowy at the top and then tighter on the sleeves. Low cut, which is always a nice touch if you like that, of course. You've got this little belt fabric here that ties to go in the middle for some extra detail. And then you can see there are these little pearl beads all down. Very elegant, very different. What do you think of this one? Not really your style. Okay, totally understand. So, what are you thinking after seeing those 3 examples? You prefer the shape of the first one with the long sleeves? What about the fabric? You like the fabric as well? Okay, so the fabric and shape of the first one, did you like the buttons down the front as well? Okay, so we can keep that, and I can show you some button options if the ones that you saw were not your favorite. And you liked it, the across the shoulders, no straps, strapless dress. You liked that? Okay, and then you liked the color of the second one, right? The more maroon color. Okay, awesome. So let me set this aside. Let me just write that down on my page here. Okay, so strapless. Now, let's look at the button options. Does that sound good? Okay, so what did you think of the buttons on the first dress? You like them, but you would like to see more options. Okay, so let me just see. Okay, so this one here is a brown color, so a little bit smaller. I do have one in a bigger size if you wanted a bigger one, but it's just pretty much plain brown, a darker brown than the ones that were on the dress. And I also have similar but a lighter brown. Okay, and let's see. Oh, this one. Oh, not that one. Let's see. This one. So this one here this one here is more of a marble, kind of light and dark brown mix. Very pretty. Again, it's a little bit more of a medium size, but I do have some in a larger if you want a little bit larger of a button. Okay, so there's this one, and then let me just show you an example of a larger size. Let's see. Here's one again, don't worry about the color, but just thinking of the size difference here. What do you think? So you like the marble, the light and dark brown, but in a bigger size. Okay, let me write that down. I can definitely do that for you. So, marble bead button, larger. Okay, good. Okay, so now that we have everything that I need to know about your dress, your color, the buttons, everything, we can go ahead and begin with the measurements, okay? Alright, so let me just get my measuring tape. Make sure I know what measurements I need here. Okay, so okay, so let's start with your shoulders, the distance across, so I can make sure that we've got that covered for your strapless dress. Okay, so just stand normal. Don't try to stand up more straight or anything. Just stand how you would normally stand so that I can make sure I get the measurements exactly how you're going to want it for your body and how you move in your body and stand. Okay, so just stand normal and just relax. There we go. Okay, so just going across the shoulders here. All right. next up, I will be doing the bust. So I'm just going to need to go around you, okay? So could you raise your arms up for me? Thank you. Okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. Just relax. Okay. All right. Next up is the waist. Okay. So again, coming around you. You can put your hands down. Just go through here. All right. Okay, next up is your hips. So again, just standing normal, coming around. Just gonna come to the side a bit here. Just going around you so I can get to the bottom. Okay. Right. Up close and personal, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So last thing I want to do is just measure the length of each arm, and then I will measure around the arm, around the biggest part of the arm, to make sure that the sleeves are going to fit you and not be too tight. Okay. All right. So could you just hold your arm out for me, please? Thank you. Okay. Perfect. And the other one, please. Very good. All right, and now going around each arm. So again, hold this arm out, and I'm just going to go around. All right. And same thing on the other one. Okay. Okay. So that is all for the measurements. I have everything I need. Last thing, we do have some jewelry options if you're interested. I don't know if you already know kind of what you want to wear with it, but I did have some different options if you wanted to take a look at those as well. Yes? Okay. So, based on the color of the dress and your skin tone and your hair, I believe that gold jewelry is going to be the best option for you. Okay, so let me just look through and see what I have. Now, before I get to the gold jewelry, I do have some choker options. I don't know if you are into that or not, but just in case, because yours is a strapless, it's gonna need to be a shorter necklace. A lot of people do like to go for a choker with that. So I do have this lighter kind of pink salmon kind of color. Okay. It could be really nice if you would prefer. I do also have just a regular black choker if that would suit you better. But again, I don't know if that's something you're comfortable with or not, so what do you think? Not for you. Okay, totally fine. Just wanted to check. Let's see what else I have. Alright. So I do have this one here. Just a very simple gold chain with a little circle at the bottom, and it has 3 little diamonds in it. I don't know if you can see them. Very dainty, very beautiful. It just sits right up at the top of your neck, which I think would go perfectly with the dress and the, again, strapless that you picked. So what do you think of this one? You like it? Okay, so I will set that aside for you. And how do you feel about earrings as well? Okay, so let me check. I have some bigger hoops that look very nice. I think they would look quite nice with the necklace and again with the color of the dress. So we've got this size. And then I also have some gold hoops in a smaller size if that's more your style. I know some people don't like big jewelry, so really it's up to you on what you feel more comfortable with there. And if you're not really into the hoops, then I have some dangly earrings as well. And they're very light, so it's not going to weigh your ear down, which is nice. And they've got this nice little pattern all throughout. So, what do you think? Hoops, dangly earrings? You like the larger hoops the best? Okay. So I will set those aside for you as well, okay? Okay. Okay. So I believe that is everything. I have all of your measurements. everything I need to know about the dress that you want, and it's probably going to be about, I'd say, a week, and then you can come and pick it up from the store here. Does that sound good with you? All right, well, thank you so much again for coming in. I have enjoyed it, and I really think that you're going to love your dress. All right, thanks again for coming in. See you next week. Bye.